Here I'm going to show you how to solve system of equations questions using the state testing calculator. So first off, when you click on the calculator link, you need to make sure you scroll down to the bottom. If you see down here in the bottom left, you can click to show the keypad. So if you don't see it at first, make sure you scroll down. Now, if we're going to solve this first system of equations here, we need to remember that there's a few ways you can solve this. You can solve this using the elimination method, the substitution method, or graphing. On the state test, you have access to a graphing calculator, so the easiest way to do it on a state test is just to graph it. So we are going to graph these two equations and see what we get. So when we first start typing in that first equation, y equals x, remember right here, this is where the squared button is, so just click that to square x, and then minus 6x plus 6. So this shows us to the left of that equation we just typed in that the graph of this equation is going to be in red. So if we click plus to add another expression, we can type in our second equation, y equals x minus 4. And you can either use the buttons here on the screen or you can use your keyboard. So now we are given both of our equations and our graphs. We can click on our graph and just kind of slide it around like a piece of paper. You can click the plus up here to zoom in or the minus to zoom out. Now, the cool thing about this website is if you click on some of these key points, it will give you the actual coordinates for it. So you don't have to figure those out on your own. So there's a lot of different points that's going to give you the coordinates for. And if this was a multiple choice question, I guarantee a lot of these are going to be choices. Not all of them are going to be answers. So make sure you think very clearly about what this question is asking. For systems of equation, it's asking what points are solutions to both of these equations? What points lie on the red line and the blue line? Basically, where do they intersect? And they intersect right here at 2, -2. That's one of our solutions. And right here at 5, 1. That's our other solution. So let's go on to our second problem here on the left. This one is very similar, except instead of x and y, they're using m and p. Now before you put this into your calculator, you're going to need to change it to an x and a y. A lot of graphing calculators only recognize x and y. They don't know what those other letters mean. So if this problem, for example, if this was a word problem and M represented the number of muffins that they sold, you need to make sure you write down, okay, wherever there's an M, I'm going to change that to a Y. So that at the end, when you're answering the actual question, you need to know which letter, which variable am I looking at? Which coordinate am I looking at? So here, let's say X represents P, and what if P is the number of pancakes? So we need to write that down. So let's say, for example, this question is asking how many pancakes do we need to sell? So we want to know what X is, what the X coordinate is. That's why writing this down is very important. So let's put these two into our graphing calculator and see where they intersect. So after I type them in again, just click on it. You can scroll it down and we can see where they intersect. And they intersect at 6, -4. Remember, this question is asking how many pancakes do we need to sell? They want to know what is P in that system of equation solutions. And we need to remember that P, we changed it to the X coordinate. So they're looking for the X coordinate of this solution. So the answer in this case would be 6.